word analog has so much meaning, and there's so much of a connection with that word to music and to artwork and photography. But there's also a sense of like being kind of lo-fi and simple and kind of like throwback in a way. And so that's kind of where we pull our aesthetic from.
Everything we do creatively, everything we do with any of our marketing, we try to keep it real from the sports that we come from, because it's part of our DNA and it's who we are, and we don't want to turn away from that ever.
We really focus on tying that thread between streetwear and what we're doing on the hill. We look at the streetwear fabrics that are being used in jackets, from heathered, textured fabrics to herringbones, to just try to mix it up and not use such a large amount of, flat fabrics that pretty much consumes the outdoor market.
We're lucky enough, because of where Analog evolved from, to out of the gates be a global apparel brand. And because of that, there's a lot of travel, a lot of really incredible travel that we're able to do. So we pull a lot of inspiration out of different markets, and whether it's Europe or Australia, Japan. Another huge part of what we do comes from the athletes that we work with. And everybody says that, right? Like, everybody says, we work with our athletes, but I found that here that's a very, very real thing.
We don't really have a formula for finding the athletes. You either fit or you don't, and I'd say across all the different sports that we're in, there is no formula. I mean, we have guys that are very contest driven, and that's what gets them up and gets them going. We have guys that are super creative and want nothing to do with any sort of contest ever.
It's a unique environment, to be a small company. We all fit in this warehouse and be able to bounce ideas off each other, and everyone in here's got a cool, creative sort of connection to the sports that we support, and it just kind of happens naturally. You hear digital versus analog all the time. There's people like, oh, digital's the only way, it's clear and it's more detailed, and analog's the only way because it's this and it's more true and it's vinyl and it's all these other things. And one of the things we're kind of learning about it is that the beautiful thing about analog sound and analog recording for music, for example, is it's going to always be imperfect. There's always going to be some additional noise and some additional things that you can't really control. And to us, that's a really exciting idea, that we can kind of take, whether it's like, classic styling or classic, colors or plaids or whatever else, and then add our own sort of noise to that. And kind of change it up and bring new things to the market. So that's where our heads are at right now. We're pretty excited about what we're headed into.